We are at Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Bobby Ray Cook, Betty Joan Cook, E.H. Francis, Nancy L. Francis, Francis, Dardis Fritz Francis Sr., Annie Paisley Francis, Robert J. and Clifford Francis, Max E. and Nola A. Hall, Jack L. and Otha L. Francis, Frank C. and Virginia M. Terry, Aline Singleton, Frank C. and Joyce Terry, Bruce and Christine Hari, maybe, Arch B. and Ida Mae Francis, Fred and Betty Jo Hawkins, Pamela June White, Terry Lynn Cox, Ruth Stiles Bailey, Melvin Carl Stiles, Ruby Jane Garland, Algie, I know I pronounced that wrong, and William Stiles, Cora Stiles Shipwash, Andy Herman Stiles, Melvin C. Stiles, and then Alvin and Bessie Stiles. I missed one over here. Laura Ethel Stiles and John Stiles. Alan Lee Sharp, Gertrude and Alvin L. Sharp, James Albert Short Jr., Charles and Marie Halcomb, Robbie Dale Weaver, William M. Hoagland Jr., Forrest Price Morrison, and Anna Ray, Mary Gladys Morrison, Cordelia C. and Francis M. Morrison, Herschel J. Senior Morrison and Grace Nipper, Danny Nipper Pettigrew, Arnie Tennell, and Ruth E. Tennell, J.R. Tennell, Willard E. and Kelfie I didn't, James E. Clowers, Jerry Lee and Mary E. Clowers, Billy Ray Clowers, Clifford Odie, Margaret T. Odie, okay. Starlin Speedy Pitcock, Tina Pitcock, Verlin Pitcock, Stacy Gwen Pitcock, Mary Ruth Call, and Donna Faye Yarbrough, Margaret T. and Clifford Odie. I already got those. Robert Lynn, Joyce Ellen Bruner Ferguson, Elise Vire Thompson, Isaac and Cordy Gray Vire, Hardy and Dolly Tilley, Lee E. Partain, John, oh no, Anthill, I can't clear that off right now. Craig Charles Korpak, and this is Augustine A. Clara W. Kyle, Della Kyle, Ernest Kyle, Julia and Jess Kyle, Anna M. Kyle, Diane Sue Kyle, Maddie Ellen Kyle, Rhoda and Everett P. Kyle, Key Isabel Kyle, Maddie May Raby Kyle, Louise Kyle Green, Ruby A. and James D. Kyle, John H. Johnny Kyle Jr., and E. Leon Kyle, Hargus and Retha Kyle, James Haley and Maddie Alice Raby, Samuel Ernest Raby, Herschel and Mary Louise Gallion, Wally E. Pipkin, Harry Milton and Ethel Maxine Tracy, Audrey C. Hensley, Hal E. Gallion, James Ray and Linda D. Gallion, Marvin J. Gallion, Noah Forrest Gallion, Nora and Frank Gallion, Ida Brock, and Rex Garland Gallion. Rebecca Joanne Clark Gallion and Clarence Emmett Sr. Gallion. Let's see. Darthula Clark. Josephine Clark Presswood, 1893-1925. Georgia May Kyle. Herman Kyle. Dave F. and Lucinda E. Kyle. Theodore R. Kyle. George Fryer Kyle. Lisa Lynn Youngblood. McNeil, Thomas, and Gladys. Betty Lee McNeil Youngblood. Some older headstones. Bertha Hines Altum, Ruby Altum Williams, Sam and Josie Hines. I don't know if I can read any of these. They're older. Islam H. or Isham H. Cox. These you can't read. Okay, so we have Zachary Edward and Shauna Ann, and this is Sackett and Gallion. Belle Clark. Albert S. Clark. Clark. Sarah A.C. Duncan. Not sure. I'm gonna go to the back. Work my way back down to the front. Some of these are older headstones you can't read. William Don and Eva Helen Clark. Isaac Calvin Clark. Clarence Clark. James Reed Clark. Willie Ruth Clark. George and Louise M. Strickland. Juanita Strickland. Norman and Isabel Strickland. G.T. and Laura Jefferson. Glenda Faye Beeler. Ruby A. and James R. Beeler. Samuel and Sarah Johnson Wilson. Dover B. Webster. Bessie Pearl Strickland. Bobby Lee Strickland, Nathaniel B. Strickland, Charles E. and Beverly S. Norman, 1895, 1931, and then 1901 to 2001. Curtis and Judy Strickland, Robert E. Vire, Myrtle H. Vire, Vonda Lynn Robinson, John and Mary Hartsell Vire, and then the old part, the cemetery, M.E. Hartsell, some of these are just rocks. Reverend Caswell Jonathan Wright. Let's see this one. Not sure. Gazelle and W.C. Ward. Margaret E. W. Wife of S.B. White. Samuel B. White. Jake and Lula H. Clowers. Carolyn and Mary Ruth Clowers. Daniel Houston and Minnie Hutchinson Clower. Sally M. Gallion, Sophia E. Gallion, James H. Gallion, George Watt, Robert L. Kurg Easter, Cordy Easter, Bronx S. White, Horace M. White, Charles and Emma Clark White. Paul and Joanne K. White. George Watt. W.Y. and Annie L. Clower. Joe Clower. Joe and Maggie Clark. Samuel R. Pfeiffer, Bertha Marshall Pfeiffer, John and Jimmy Pfeiffer, Dixie Pfeiffer, George L. Pfeiffer, Frederick Clark, Artie and Elmer Clower, Paul and Nora Reynolds, James and Alice Gallion, William and Christine Brown, James and Mary Gallion, Maggie, Catherine, and Carl Leonard Gallion, Walter and Nora Purdy Gallion, Samuel and Alice Clower, Robert Kevin Spurlock, Dorothy Jean Easter Spurlock, David Lewis Spurlock, David F. Risch Jr., Chris and Effie Miller, walk back over here to the front, Emily Beeler and Leonard Dewey Kyle, Jacob Trent Kyle, John D. and Myrtle W. Kyle, Daniel Cody Hanks, Robert E. and Edna Markley Hall, Smith boy, Smith girl. I forgot these few right here in the middle. Isaac Reed Clark, James Timothy Lowe, Larry Odell and Ruby Nell Lowe, Virgil U and Lucille C. Lowe, O.M. and Mary Kate White, Lawrence M. White. And that is the church.